screen fixed here. There we go. So it looks like we're going to have Feel the Vibe is going to be on the blue team. They're going to have Armor running Sad Robot Amumu, Battleclass Urgot on Sauron, Desert Trooper Garen on NYX 87, who I haven't seen play yet. Dynov is going to be playing Pulsefire Ezreal, and Zombie Brand on Half-Hearted. What do we have for the red team?
I love that Zombie Brand skin.
Go ahead and introduce the red team for us.
Well, looks like we're going to have Vi on Hammerhead on Vi, rather. Science on Leona, which Genelicious on Judgment Kale, which everyone has, but I personally very like the skin a lot. Meadow Fenrir on Yorick, and Dual Power on Reverse Annie. Reversing everything.
I actually own 3 out of 5 of the skins on blue team here, and I don't own a lot of skins at all. Actually, 2 out of 3 of those were gifted to me. But really cool skins coming out from the blue team. And fairly basic coming out for the red team, except for Reverse Annie, which is still one of my favorite skins of hers. And as you know, she has been remade in the fact that all of her graphics and things have been updated, the way she runs, she auto attacks, and all that stuff. And they did a really good job. It really makes her feel like all of her fire abilities are more robust. They feel like they're burning people.
Yeah, they look more like fire than I don't know, but they look more like fire.
Yeah, they did a very good job there. And we'll get into the game.
Battlecast Urgot. Oh.
Yeah, dropping rockets. He doesn't have acid hunters. He has heat-seeking rockets. Everybody running Revive, which you'll pretty much see, I think, from here on out. Very rare to see someone not run Revive in the top 4 teams, simply because it makes a big difference. You know, if you lose that top and you lose a couple people right away, you can have Revive people come back, and as long as you ace all 4 of them, you can get the cap and then defend. So even if the other team revives after that, then you still have that point. And it's one of those things where if you have Revive and they don't, you have a huge one-up on them every time it's up.
That is true, because if you think about it, by having Revive on anybody, right, if you go down, you can be back at the point that you were trying to defend or take almost instantly.
That is true. We should be hopping in the game pretty quick here. Taking a little bit.
There we
if
are.
you're just joining us, this is Dominate Dominion number 44. This is a semi-final match between Amputees and Feel the Vibe. I expect to see very standard items coming out here. I don't think it'll be anything meta-breaking or changing. You're going to see Brand go right for that Leandre's Torment for the double health percentage burns on all of his abilities. And that's the way that Half-Hearted plays him. I mean, his passive is really great in the fact that you get all of that extra damage for free as long as you land an ability, which is 2% of their maximum health. But you throw in Leandre's Torment, and now we're talking, 5% of their maximum health. And it's even after the tweak on Leandre's Torment, I think it's still going to be a really strong option there.
And looks like everyone's going to be going with the Prospectors, except for Brand and Leona. So, looks like right now it's going to be Yorick versus Urgot in the bottom lane.
Yep, I think Vol called this one. Volin definitely called that earlier on, of the Yorick versus Urgot down bottom. They're both really good single target champions, and Yorick rocking only 29 armor. So the Urgot's going to have a good advantage early on here at level 3, and we'll see if he can pull that advantage to continue going towards the later in the game.
And Urgot coming out with 43 armor, so he will not be taking as much damage as Yorick will.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody gets a speed shine. They're all getting in there. Nobody really capping much at all. A little bit of poke going back and forth. And what you see Half-Hearted do is just poke, 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 poke. And it's really easy to land those Pillars of Flames when you have 4 people posturing around the same objective.
Brand is looking for a stun, and Vi, here she comes, going into Garen.
Yep, Hammerhand jumping in there, taking a good amount of damage, getting exhausted right away. She's going to be the first one to go down. Science closing the gap on Dynov, but they're unable to take out that Ezreal. The Essence Flux coming back in. Genelicious, the next one to go down. A double kill for Garen. Brand picking up the 3rd kill. And the 4th kill, a triple kill for Brand coming out there. They didn't get any kills in that exchange. It was a good engagement, but it wasn't on who they wanted to engage on. They engaged onto the Garen, and it really wasn't what they were looking for. Science rezzed up, jumping onto Half-Hearted, who's going to be in a lot
Brand's
of trouble
getting caught towards the middle of the map because he's going to go down to Kale or Leona. He goes down. Down in the bottom, Yorick killing Urgot, and Garen dying also. It's just all action.
Yes, they definitely got kind of caught out. It was a very good play by Red Team to jump into that jungle, catch him at the fruit stand, and Brand was kind of caught with his pants down. Down bottom, the revive came out from Urgot. Hammerhand in a lot of trouble. One more auto attack. There it is. He goes down. She tried to get back in with a charge, but not able to do much there. And
Those
now,
Acid Hunters melting Yorick.
yes, Acid Hunter's doing a lot of damage there. Like I said, Yorick didn't have the armor he needed when he came out there, so without his Ghosts up, you kind of eat all the damage right up front. You know, if you don't have 3 Ghosts up, then you're taking a little bit too much damage there. Science getting stunned out, has a Speed Shrine, doesn't look like he wants to fight. They're kind of hovering the fruit stand here. There isn't any sweepers or lanterns out, so you won't be able to see any of that. Things coming down onto a Mumu. Genalicious going for that AP build, I think, and it looks like they're going to try to disengage and bait them into a fight. They did this. They all hit 6 now, so you might see a strong engagement coming in here out of Genalicious and Dual Power.
Yeah, the combinations between the Amumu and the Brand ultimates will definitely cause some hurt on the purple team, and that would definitely not be good for them.
Yeah, looks like they're poshing around. They decide to go for a gank onto Metal Finner down bottom here on Yorick. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to pop his ult, but he's going to go down very fast here. He might be able to do a little bit of additional damage, but there won't be any kills coming out from it. Leona coming to help out, jumping in there, zoning out Dynov a little bit. Science being very, very tanky right there, but Brand landing the stun on Dual Power. Curse the Sad Mummy coming out. She's going to go down. Science is going to be in trouble as Kale comes down to try to help out his team.
And Vi ulting onto Brand, Ezreal taking down Leona, and looks like Brand's... no, he gets out, and Genalicious is going to be going down to Urgot.
Yeah,
and,
it was very well played by Blue Team. They kind of controlled that whole fight there. The gank onto Yorick set the pace for that fight. It ended up being a 4v5, and they kind of split up. The real problem there was that they had Brand up top putting in a lot of damage, kind of unchecked. And when Vi finally used Assault and Battery, it forced the ult out of Kale to keep her alive, and they still couldn't capitalize on the kill.
Now, with Blue Team's ultimates all going to be coming up very soon, will we see them pushing for the quest that has been assigned?
They're going to want to get in there. They have a good amount of minions, but that's being cleared out as we speak by Brand. There comes down the initiation by Leona. Half-Hearted dropping right away. Armor in the fray of it, but does not have Curse the Sad Mummy up. Defensive Garrison going down. Dynov going down. A good engagement here from the red team. See if they can clean this up. Get this cap. Hammerhand's actually going to go down to Amumu. Amumu trying to jump in. Lands on Tibbers, though. Science going to take a tower hit, but it was not enough to take him out. They're going to get the cap here. Ezreal ult coming across, stopping them from capping it a little bit as fast as they wanted to, but there it is.
Looks like he's going to come clean up.
Yeah, he might try, but he needs to watch out for that CC, the invulnerability coming out, Annie dropping him with the damage, and that is a 1-for-1 right there, but Dual Power and Kale need to be able to get out of here as Vi comes to bring in the reinforcements, and I think they'll be okay. As long as Dual Power doesn't run out of mana, they might be able to defend this.
Samumu's going to probably want to get out of there pretty soon. It's going to be a 3-on-2 coming up. And it looks like Brand's going to get... Oh, they're going to take down Kale, but Amumu got too greedy for his life and gets taken down under that tower.
Yeah, turned from a sad robot to a dead robot pretty quickly. And as you can see, Vi rocking a Brutalizer, and the way to build Vi is with cooldown reduction. You don't need attack speed because she gets attack speed when you use her excessive force. After you get 3 hits on somebody, which excessive force removes the cooldown on your auto attack, so you can auto attack, excessive force, another auto attack, and then you have all the attack speed you need. So when you run the cooldown reduction, she becomes a beast.
That is right, and also I've heard when she gets boosted swiftness, she also never loses her speed when she charges up her Q, and Half-Hearted getting taken down by the Vi and Leona very easily.
Yeah, they're defending this top point pretty well. Kale getting a little too far ahead there. Armor's jumping in. Curse the Sad Mummy coming out. Science now trying to disengage with that AoE ultimate. A good stun from Dual Power here. They're trying to just get this tower before everything happens. Dynov getting the kill there. Hammerhand jumping right in on a Dynov. The Assault and Battery coming out, but it's a little too early. No, he does get it with the excessive force hits. Now Dual Power is going to have to try to run away. Silence is down. Another stun coming very soon. See if he can get the kill. No.
Oh.
Tibbers was a little too far behind to do the damage they need.
Oh,
and we
a
have
pause coming out. I wonder what this is about.
I'm not sure. I don't have my chat turned on, but I can check to see.
It looks like Genelicious' computer is having issues.
Yeah, so we'll get back in here fairly soon. I think he was the one that had trouble. No, he wasn't the one that had trouble connecting. It was
Oh, I believe it was him.
Oh, he loaded very slowly.
Yes, he
at
did.
The beginning. Yeah, so maybe playing needs to feed the hamsters. You know, get him on the wheel more often so they can power his computer. But let's look at the builds. Urgot 4-1, Last Whisper first, cooldown boots, very strong right now.
Yes, it looks like we're going to be coming back into the game, and nothing's really going on. Urgot's going to be taking the, I don't know what that one's called, the Boneyard. He's going to take that without a challenge, and Garen's going to take the Windmill without any challenge either.
Yeah, Urgot capped it, decided to go back. It's not worth staying and dying because there's always reinforcements coming up right after you cap the closer points there. So all it did was reduce the amount of points that they were getting for a short amount of time and kind of extending their lead a little bit further ahead now.
Yes, and looks like 3 people are going to be up in the top lane. Brian's going to see them. Mumu's going to see them also, and looks like they're not going to try to fight under this, looks like to be a 5-on-4.
Yeah, we do see the Hextech Sweeper coming out of a Mumu. A very common item. Science, though, missing the engagement. Going to jump onto Half-Hearted, stunning him down. Hammerhand missing, getting over the wall with that charge. Ezreal coming across, picking up the Annie. Half-Hearted's going to go down, but at what cost? As Hammerhand's the last one alive. And it ends up being a 4-for-1 exchange, just trying to dive on that brand. And then down
Urgot
bottom,
takes down Yorick.
Oh, Cyron doing a lot of work there. Going to be able to get the health relic. Not going to die because there goes Minnowfenner's revival right there. And just in case Ezreal came out to help.
And no revives are up for the red team right now, and they're all coming up just about now, and they're going to be able to take those points that they just lost.
We did switch out casters, so this is about 74 babies casting with me this time. If you remember, Volendam is from the UK and has that that lovely accent as he spews his mathematics and technical jargon for our Dominion games last time.
Yeah, I've got my good old American accent, so I don't even know if it is an accent. But it looks like Half-Hearted going to be taken down.
The nuke coming out of Kale right there. That Reckoning actually hit for over 300 damage. Almost 400 damage now with a little bit of AP that Kale has. And we'll see if they can capitalize on this advantage they have right now. There's the damage coming down onto armor. They really need to get dual power in there and start using the abilities. A decent barrage coming down. Science just diving right onto Dynov. And an easy kill there. There comes the Amumu ultimate. Hammerhand getting invulnerable. Able to get the Amumu, but that's not the target they want. Kale trying to do some work on the Garen, but the untouched Dynov is going to be able to pick up a double kill there and push them back, even though it was a 4v5. Red team going to have a lot of trouble trying to get back in here, and it looks like I've lost my co-caster. So, Skype is always a troll. I don't really like using Skype that much, but it seems to be the most common option. There's a Sifi onto the bush. They're jumping on a Dynov right now. Assault and Battery coming down. Annie nuking that Ezreal. Half-Hearted now in a little bit of trouble. Trying to get out of there. Does not have any more stuns or cooldowns. Running as best as he can. Dual power very close. Just needs one more ability to get that stun off. And Half-Hearted is going to go down right there, but Hammerhand getting exhausted immediately. And dual power having to run away there. Meanwhile, they did recap down bottom. It seemed like a very easy cap because I believe Urgot had gone back, and the fight over the windmill will ensue right here. Genelicious being caught out. He has put down intervention. It is not going to be enough as the Garen jumped right on top of him. But now, Armor and NYX87 in a little bit of trouble here. Hammerhand picking up 1 kill, Science coming in to help solidify the 2nd kill, and this might mean a cap unless Ezreal can get in here and do some more damage. There's Hammerhand jumping in right into a bandage toss, and now he's going to try to disengage as the Ezreal is doing a lot of work here. Stun coming down, another slow there, but not enough. He has the Iceborne Gauntlet, which means you can't run away from him right now. Try to turn around and re-engage, and he's dropping the hammer on top of her. Science living with just a sliver of health right there, folks. Less than 50 HP, and now Half-Heart is going to try to stop this cap. Hammerhand actually is running right in, sacrificing his life. The ult comes out from Brand, getting the kill on Leona. What a crazy distance bounce. It was across the entire platform there. He will pick up the double kill, but they are going to get the quest and the windmill right there. See if they can hold it and hopefully keep their advantage that they're rocking right now.
I am sorry about that.
Oh, it does happen. Urgot actually getting shut down bottom from the Yorick. Did trade his own life for it, though. He does have Revive up because he's only died 2 times now. And it looks like they're going to lay an assault onto this Boneyard here. Leona the only one to defend it. Meanwhile, up top, Garen's not going to be able to do much versus 3 people. But once Urgot gets down here, Science is going to be in a lot of trouble trying to delay out this cap.
Yes, and it looks like Science is trying to delay it, like you just said, and it's going to go down as Metalfiner and Genelicious come down too, and looks like they're going to be fighting here.
Yep, they keep going in at it. Armor being very tanky, just running into Genelicious. And there's the Curse of the Sad Mummy, helping pick up 1 kill, and the 2nd kill coming down to Amumu. But meanwhile, nobody up to defend top. Hammerhand and Dual Power splitting up, grabbing this cap. A stun coming down. Hammerhand trying to jump in and get some damage in there. They're unable to get the cap, so they're going to be at a disadvantage here. And let's see if Dual Power can get 1 more combo to get the stun. No, Armor's going to come here to help. Disengage from Hammerhand, get the kill onto Dual Power, and that is going to be a shutdown onto the Annie.
And it looks like Sauron's just going to force Yorick to go back into his base. Not going to have a happy time through that one.
Yeah, Yorick definitely dominating that bottom lane now that he has an Infinity Edge and a Last Whisper. I'm sorry, Urgot, not Yorick, dominating that bottom lane. And the amount of damage coming out from Urgot with those couple items is huge. He's way ahead. Neal's just getting stunned up top here. Intervention coming down. Just delaying as long as he can. Hammerhand here to help, but the Ezreal ult picking up that kill right there. Hammerhand still trying to do what he can. Gets a double kill. See if he can come back into Dynov. Dynov has to be very careful here. Oh, there it is. The assault and battery. But he wastes the Vault Breaker instead of waiting for the Arcane Shift. So now he's back at a disadvantage on that Ezreal who's got an Iceborne Gauntlet.
Yes, and looks like in the bot lane they were able to kill off Half-Heart and take back the Boneyard for themselves.
Yeah. And they do have the 3 cap once again, but the blue team has plenty of time to wait this out and get the engagement they're looking for.
That is right, and once they get that engagement they're looking for, they'll be able to pull ahead and probably get close to closing this one out for themselves.
Yeah, Feel the Vibe, been commanding the lead for a while now. The engagement coming down under Dual Power, Hammerhand being actually the target right now, so he will get the intervention. Half-Hearted very low, the Ezreal coming across, a double kill for Amumu as he sits in there unchecked, thrashing his way across. Science going to go down now, and that is not what Red Team wanted, but Feel the Vibe coming out on top, a 4-for-1 trade. Half-Hearted being such a big target, but they're unable to really kill him and proceed with the fight. The amount of time it takes to kill him, they just leave everybody else unchecked.
And looks like Yorick's going to be going down. I mean, he's going to be able to use his ultimate and try to get them off of that bottom, off the Boneyard when Dual Power and Hammerhand come out from the spawn.
Yeah, the Sauron right there on that Urgot is very strong right now. As you can see, Annie chunked down to half health before she could even get a spell off. And Yorick's going to use that revive to come down bottom and kind of deter him a little bit so they can keep it 2-3. But they really need to cap something quickly to stop the bleeding of their points coming out here.
Yeah, and with blue team on the 3 cap right now, they're going to try to take that windmill back for themselves, but Not without a price, because Amumu, Brand, and Ezreal are going to be going up there.
Yep, Amumu already jumping in, using the tower as his damage. Science actually be taking very low. Has a good amount of tank coming down, and the stun on a Genelicious is going to mean problems. Science the first one to actually die to Half-Hearted. The damage coming down, Half-Hearted will die to Annie, but the cleanup crew right there, another 4 for 2 trade, I believe, and it was not worth it right there.
Definitely not, because now with those kills, this looks like it's going to come very close to the blue team being able to close this one out.
Yep, they're going to be able to neutralize this 4th point over at the drill. Dynov just kind of channeling. It's a really awkward channel, actually, when I watch Ezreal do it. I'm not sure why they made him kind of spaz out in midair. But Hammerhand coming in does have a lot of help coming. The ult coming down, but a heal from Kayle helping him out. It was a good intervention. He did dodge the True Shot Barrage. Armor, though, coming down to continue to secure their lead. And he can probably 1v1 Genelicious right now because Genelicious is AP Kayle. Doesn't have the sustain he needs. Getting chased by Armor. Missed a bandage toss and said, forget it. I have my ult up. Killed him there. And meanwhile up top, the Ezreal died to the Hammerhand there on Vi, who got out alive. And they're trying to get this cap, but Half-Hearted is stalling him out.
It looks like he's going to go down to Science and Dual Power, but Darnov coming back in, able to clean up after that. And looks like he'll be able to defend the point for now, and looks like it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, that'll be GG. The last kill of the game coming out there. They want to get the 5 cap, but they're going to be just, there it is, a 5 cap to end the game. Feel the vibe, really dominating that game. And their AD carry bot and the AD carry top really worked out very, very well for them.
Yes, and really 250 I think they were left with. That was a really strong game.